Well, first of all, just start us off on your own time here so far. How the preseason has gone, adjusting and working with Bev.
Yeah, I think the preseason's gone really well so far. I think we have a great coaching staff led by Bev, who's a phenomenal head coach with her identity, what she wants to do, how she wants the team to play. And then we've got great staff alongside that. And obviously we've got quite a lot of new faces around here, new players. So the preseason's been really good for everyone to get to know each other, kind of mix and gel. And we're starting to see the identity that we want to play coming through in training. So I think at this point we're excited for just another game and to get season going. I think we're in a great spot. We understand it's a journey, it's a process, and we are well on the right tracks to being competitive and succeeding at a high level this year.
Questions for Mitch?
Mitch, can you talk about your background with Bev? I think I read that she was impressed with you while training for your coaching license and kind of how this all came about.
Yeah, I think I was more impressed with Bev. So that's yeah, so I've known Bev for a little while now. When she was coaching out in Gotham, I did a little bit of work there, kind of volunteered and helped the head coach at the time. So I'd gone up there and got to meet Bev and work with her a little bit, and then just through coaching courses and interactions. I think we have a similar philosophy of what the game should look like, how it should be coached, what should be done, and what the culture of a team should look like. So kind of us two coming together is great, and I think for me, just being in this environment, in this position, super exciting and very humbling.
What have you noticed about her through preseason and working with her in a day-to-day capacity that impresses you with her?
She's a winner. She definitely wants to win, but she understands the game. She understands the environment, the level, the NWSL. So she kind of got it all, and she works with it all. And I think one thing that I think she's phenomenal at is working with players and helping players in the details of how she coaches, of how she sees the game. For me, is at a very high level. So I've been excited about that as well as being in this environment with her.
What do you think she and the rest of the staff took away from the Women's Cup in Colombia when she was
Yeah, I think the Women's Cup for us was incredible. First of all, being in Colombia with the team, just kind of really getting to know each other. I think just that us being there together really helped the team come a long way. And then in terms of the games, I think in pre-season, you want to be tested, you want to have success, and I think we got it all. I think we had success. I think we were tested. I think we found out a lot about ourselves, the areas that we're really good in, the areas that we need to improve in at the same time. So we as a staff couldn't have asked for anything more from Colombia. I think in pre-season, of course, we want to win. Everyone wants to win, but we really want to know about us as a team and what needs to be better leading into the season, because ultimately no one remembers your pre-season wins, but they remember what the season looks like. And I think there's a lot of famous quotes out there, but it's not about how you start or how you come into a job. It's about what the impact and what it looks like when you're leaving. So I think for us in the pre-season manner, it's the same thing. It's not about what we look like now, it's what we look like in 6 months come playoff time.
And the regular season is obviously right around the corner.
Yeah.
You guys have had a long preseason, a lot of new faces where you have to teach them a lot, I'm sure, about the culture and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
As you start inching closer to that first game, do you start drilling more into a particular game plan, style of play, anything like that?
Yeah, I think through pre-season, we've been heavily focused on ourselves, on our style and the details, and we've been diligent about leaking it in slowly and not just kind of giving them everything at once. So slowly and surely getting to that point. I think obviously as games start approaching, you try to look at the other team and you do your scout and kind of what their strengths are, the weaknesses, and how our game can manipulate that. But for us, we want teams to adjust to us. We don't want to be adjusting to teams. We want our style, our identity, and we want teams to know that. So I think you're spot on. And the closer you get to games, the more you look at the other teams. But right now, it's been all about us, our style, our identity, our details.
Yeah, the last thing for me, Emma and Raylan seemed like they made an impact in Colombia. It seemed like they had been impressed throughout preseason camp. Two rookies, just what jumps out about them from what you guys have seen in training?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, right? For them to come in, it's like they've been here for a while already, like seasoned vets. But for them too, I think first of all, Just their ability to play soccer is a very high level, their understanding of the game. But for us, what we've been so impressed with is how willing they are to learn and ask questions, and they want to get better. They want to succeed. And I think having that personality is very successful. And we look for players like that, right? Who want to be coached, want to learn, how can I get better? And they push themselves every day. So having two players like that come in the rookie season and make an impact, I think speaks volumes about the team and how competitive the environment is within our team.
Anything else for Mitch?
Yeah, Mitch, as a coach, do you watch a lot of football? And what's the best way you found to learn about tactics? And this is not me asking in a roundabout way who you support, but if you want to share that information.
Yeah. So I think even not as a coach, I watch a lot of football, a lot of soccer if you want. I think for me, it's just something I absolutely love and enjoy. It's what I'm so passionate about. And then I think as a coach, I'm going to watch a lot of us and a lot of our league, but I'm still going to continue to watch a lot. I think watching the game is a great teacher. But in terms of how I learn more about tactics, I think for me personally, it's about speaking to other coaches and diving into well, why did you do this? Well, what about this? How did that work? And asking them questions. I think just watching the game, you can see it, but I think it's the understanding of the why that's very important for me. So I find that I do that a lot. And obviously teams Newcastle. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Mitch.
Perfect. Thank